What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devan. That's Melo. That's Tony. That's Melo. That's Tony. What up, fellas? How y'all doing today? How you doing, Melo?
I'm great, man. What a great weekend. It's a great day to be a Buckeye. I love it. It's hate week. It's time to go. I'm smiling because you threw me off. I didn't know that you were going to put that at the end of the intro,
so don't say anything. Don't say anything about it yet. I'm going to ask the chat, see if they caught it. I want to know. Chat, did you notice anything different in our intro video? If you did, put it in the chat. If not, I'm going to play it again here in a minute once more people get on here, and I want to see if anybody notices a difference. Tony's been doing work, dude. I don't know if you follow our social media. Shout out Tony, Curse Designs. The dude's a boss. He's a pillar here at Buckeye Boys, all this creative. Me, Melo, and him got our creative juices flowing. Got something special for y'all for this rivalry weekend.
Propaganda.
Yeah. And hopefully, Tony, we got something else coming. We got our November 29th show coming up. So I think we might have another video planned for y'all then. But again, I don't see anybody in the chat putting down what is new about our intro video, which can't really blame them if they didn't see it. They're probably used to just seeing the same thing over and over again. Right. So, but anyway, yeah, Melo, you said it. Awesome weekend, dude. Got a little bit nervous, but ultimately, Buckeyes did their thing, bro. Absolutely. They dominated. It was just domination. Now, of course, I'm sure we're going to pick a few things apart, right? But I don't have anything to pick apart today because the Buckeyes absolutely dominated. Tony, how you doing, man? How you doing, bro?
Wonderful, sir. Been working hard. Made sure everybody's Cujo shirts got out to them. They'll be there before the Michigan game. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can wear them proudly. And just been trying to turn out everything we can.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull up these stats. While I'm doing that, chat, I'm playing our intro video one more time. Okay. Tell me what was different in the intro video. Here we go. Preview. All right. Hopefully somebody caught on to that. What we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, right? We'll talk a little bit about the Indiana game here. Then we'll talk a little bit about recruiting. And then we're going to start with it. We're going to talk about how excited we are about the game. And we're going to keep doing that. But first off, here we go. Indiana game, total yards, bro. Check this out. Our defense held Indiana to 151 yards. 151 yards, bro. Okay.
They were the third most prolific passing offense in college football.
Somebody got it. Yeah, the burning shirt. Yeah, that's it, Emily. You got it too. Yeah, Tora. That's it. Yo, Tora's in the house. Tora saw it too. What up, Tora? Bro, Tora, you coming? You want to come on? You want me to send you a link? Text me your email if you want to come on with us and join us for a second, man. Yeah, so we had 316 yards. They had 60. They only had 68 passing yards, only 83 rushing yards, 2.6 yards per play. They had 16 first downs, though. They were 6 for 14 on third down conversions. We only had 14 first downs. We were 4 for 11 on third down conversions, which is not that hot.
But one was for 35 yards, so
it's not that hot. Yeah. We had 201 passing yards, 115 rushing yards. Time of possession was dang near equal, 29 and 20 seconds, 30 minutes, 40 seconds for them, So let's dive into it. Melo, hit me with your first thoughts. What are a couple things that you love to see during this game? Just give us the rundown of the game.
Defense was amazing. And yes, they had 16 first downs, but most of those came on the first drive. They did nothing after that. I see a lot of people out here like, oh, we only won because of special teams. No, we dominated them. They had 68 passing yards. We won because our defense dominated them. And they were like, well, Ohio State's offense. I saw a lot of people talking about our offense and being a question mark. We played on a short field. Do you realize we averaged our field position was at the 44-yard line on our side and plus territory? You're not going to have a whole lot of freaking yards when you're playing on a short field because your defense is so dominant. So, I mean, at the end of the day, 38-15, the game really wasn't that close. You should have had another 14 points, to be honest with you, minimum. I don't know. The only thing I didn't like was when we're on the run yard line, why are we in shotgun? Why are we not just QB sneaking it? I didn't understand that call. It takes Chip a little bit to get in his bag, but when he does, it's a wrap. And Jim Knowles has been on fire. Whatever him and Coach Johnson, LJ, the GOAT, had going on, it's completely fixed. And I'm loving this team, period. I love it. I'm more confident now than ever. Everybody was talking about our O-line, and our two highest graded O-linemen in the game was Carson Hinsman, and guess who else?
Our Austin Sarafeld.
Exactly. So, I mean, like me and Dev put out there before, we weren't worried about the O-line. No. They have experience. They rotated earlier, and it proves and it pays off. So I'm extremely happy with this team. I'm 100% confident that this is a natty run.
Yeah, the fans too. The fans showed up and absolutely showed out. What's up, Dietrich? Thanks for coming in the chat. Yo, I got something for you. So I was watching Kirk Cinetti's press conference, and at the bottom of the screen, I took a screenshot. I should have. Maybe I'll try to put it up on the screen here in a minute. But it says this: the first drive, 11 plays, 70 yards, and 7 points. The rest of the game, 48 plays, 81 yards, and 8 points. That's just complete and utter defensive domination. And let me tell you something. On the drive where they scored 8 points, we were playing games. We were playing prevent defense. We were not playing attack defense. We went away from it. We were just trying to slow the game down, right, and prevent defense. We're not a prevent defense. You saw what we need to do with our defense to just give the way our players are with the athleticism and their skill, that's exactly what the Buckeyes need to do every single game on defense. Absolutely. We got the players to do it. We got the skill set to do it. We got the corners to do it. I mean, there are two things for me, right? I love defense. I mean, the one you said, Melo, that was stupid, out of shotgun, QB sneak it, you're going to score there, but that's okay. We're getting petty then. And in some of the Iggy calls, they were bullcrap. But he's got that target on his back now in the Big Ten, and all the refs know it and everything. So, I mean, those were my complaints there. You know what I'm saying? But that's petty. But overall, man, Tony, give us your thoughts real quick.
Special teams was special. For once, like, they really brought the special teams. And honestly, this game, I think every time we've had a special season, like whether it was 2002, 2014, or any other kind of special season, there's always a moment where I go, this is it. Like, this is happening despite everything. You know what I'm saying? In 2014, it was when JT Barrett broke his leg, and I watched one half of Cardell Jones, and I said, we're going to win this in spite of a third-string quarterback. And then Zeke broke the run, and I said, we're going to win the national title. 2002 was a little bit later, but when fucking Maurice Clarett stole that ball back from Sean Taylor, I knew it was like, we're going to do this. Like, this was one of those moments where they showed up and everybody showed out. The whole team, I think, Will Howard had like no incompletions forever, like 12 of 12 before he had an incompletion. Like, everybody, I think, showed up. Like, we had 2 or 3 drives that started within the 20. Like, Caden Curry's been in on every punt block ever. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just looking awesome. We were getting third down sacks. We were getting pressure. I cannot say enough great things about this, like at all. I was worried for like one drive, and then I was not worried at all.
Yeah. Melo, did you have that comment?
Tell you this. We gotta give his credit where it's due. Will Howard started off 14 for 14.
My bad.
We just got to throw it out there for him.
Yeah, bro. That's where I'm about to start. We're going to go down and get more specific here. So let's start with Will Howard. Speaking of Will Howard, actually, let's just hit this real fast. Kenneth, the officiating at the beginning of the game, absolutely trash, absolutely horrible. I don't know where the officials are getting this block from the back thing from out there on the screen pass. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Some of the calls on Iggy, was what the rest of the corners were doing, to us. I mean, Jeremiah Smith had the corners just draped all over him the entire game. I mean, G. Scott did one time. I mean, so yeah, the officials in the beginning, I thought we were in for trouble. But you know what the Buckeyes did? They left absolutely no doubt. No doubt. There's nothing the officials could have done that game to make the Buckeyes lose. They lost. We beat two teams yesterday. The officials were trash. But you guys got any comments on the officials?
Oh, yeah. I do real quick. So the one was ridiculous on Davidson Igbinosun. He turned his head. He put his hand up. That you can't call PI on that at all. If that's the case, you're going to call PI every single play on every game. It's just like the holding call on the O-line. The pass blocking on the screen passes were ridiculous because it's not their fault they turned their back at the end, I thought overall, though, I was pretty happy. I like that they put Jermaine Matthews in once they saw. It felt like I was watching a UGA broadcast before this game, and one of the guys said, watch the refs in the Ohio State game. They're going to try to make this game closer because Big Ten wants they want Indiana in the playoff. And that's all that was going through my head as I was watching this. And I was like, this is insane. Like, it's just ridiculous. But other than that, like you said, we left no doubt. I told you we were going to smoke cig like a pack of Newports. That's exactly what we did. What Howard showed you, he put the cigarette out after he finished them. It was awesome. I love Will Howard here. Can you imagine if Will Howard was here last year?
Oh, bro, it's natty, dude.
For sure.
No. Tony, thoughts on refs, officials?
I think that was horrible. The Carson Hinsman block in the back. I just watched it again for the third time today, and like, if that's a block in the back, you're calling it every play. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to get a block. It was an unfortunate situation, but Davidson Igbinosun, like every now and then's a bit handsy, but he gets a bad rap. They're watching him, but like, to be fair to him, to his credit, he always shows up or shows out later on in the game and makes up for it, I think, at least to me. You know what I'm saying? He puts it down and makes up for those every time. So, like, not like I want them, but if you're going to do that, like, I'm good with it.
Yeah,
I'm not. Question for you guys real quick, since we're talking about Davidson. When we go to the Big Ten championship, who would you feel more comfortable starting outside at corner, Davidson or Jermaine Matthews?
So here's the thing for me. I was about to kind of get into that a little bit. So I'm not saying all of Iggy's weren't passing interference by the book, right? But that means you need to, if you're going to call the game like that, then call the game like that. Don't just target Iggy because he's extra handsy. Now, Iggy, he runs a 4.340, a 4.34 40. That's how fast Iggy is. He is fast enough and quick enough to cover these guys. If you look at some of the calls he gets, be honest with you, I mean, he's in position a lot. So I don't know what's going on there. Melo, you called this the beginning of the season. Just doesn't get his head around, doesn't look for the ball. None of our corners do, right?
Well, the only reason I knew that is because of that camp that I went in and BIA was getting work in and he wasn't getting his head around. And I noticed that. And I was like, he needs to start getting his head around. But you know who he reminds me of? Both are from Jersey, both played at Ohio State. He reminds me of Eli Apple a little bit.
I can see that. I got you. I can see that.
Yeah, but my point behind all that is I'm leaving Iggy in, man. I'm leaving Iggy in. I just love the aggression. I think it brings fire to our defense. You watch him every play. He gets turned up. It's not like he lost his cool when he got those calls. He plays aggressive. I mean, when you play that way, things like, look at that interception he has, right? If he doesn't play handsy like that, he doesn't get that interception. So it's give and take, right? we saw about worst case scenario yesterday. We saw it. What happened? We were fine. The defense killed it. He got 3 calls and we're still fine. You know what I mean? So I love his aggression. I love Denzel Burke. I love Iggy. I love Jordan Hancock. I love Lathan Ransom. I love Caleb Downs. I love Jermaine Matthews. I love Jalen McClain. I love our secondary, but I do see that it's awesome to be able to have Jermaine Matthews to come in. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be honest, I agree with everything you just said. I just wanted to pose the question like,
oh, it's a good question.
My boy. Iggy's my dude. I love Iggy's game and his attitude. I mean, he's just, what he has to realize is that all these coaches are going to target him, and before the games, they're going to go to the officiating crew or to the Big Ten staff and the commissioner and everybody and complain and say, like, you need to watch him. He's very handsy. Make sure you're calling it. And they're going to ride it the whole time. So he just has to be careful. Give him a nice little punch in the chest right off the line and then bell a little bit. And then you could close back out. Just make sure you wrap and make the tackle.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Chris, my Uncle Tom. They are maybe some of the most loyal watchers to Buckeye boys. Thank y'all. They bought shirts from us the whole 9 yards.
Yep,
my Aunt Chris, Uncle Tom. Yeah, they're awesome. They're very supportive of me my entire life. Couldn't ask for a better aunt and uncle. So love you guys. Appreciate you. Tony, thoughts on Iggy, man? You starting him for the Big Ten title game?
Absolutely. I think this week starts the revenge and hatred tour. We're going back. We're getting everything back. We're taking out Michigan. We're taking out Oregon. And I want Denzel Burke in there, and I want Iggy in there because I think they can do it. I know they can do it. So, yeah, absolutely.
Since you're going to pose that question. Now, again, Melo already said it. Just because we're asking these questions doesn't mean we don't have faith in our cornerbacks. We do. I love both of them, okay? But ask this question. Would you rather have Iggy yesterday, right, got 3 penalties, or Denzel Burke during the Oregon game?
Iggy yesterday.
Yep.
There we go. So question answered. So let's get back to Will Howard, man. I mean, I don't know what else I could say. I've been saying it all season. I wouldn't trade him for anybody. The dude was 22 for 26 with 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like, he just absolutely runs this offense, makes smart decisions. The interception, totally not his fault. What he does, I'm starting to learn who Will Howard is as a quarterback. He is going to take the for sure throw every single time. He's going to take the higher percentage throw versus some of these other throws where you're seeing some of our receivers, they are open, but Will Howard will pick the check down instead. He will pick the shorter path. That is 2 things. That is what he's being coached to do. Chip Kelly, Ryan Day are coaching Will Howard to take these checkdowns, take like the for sure 5 yards right in front of you. There's no need. You don't play for K-State anymore. You don't need to be Superman and make it happen. So sometimes I think he leans that way a little bit too much, but in the moments where we're 3rd and 40, what were we? Seriously, were we like
third and 35?
3rd and 35, yeah. And Will Howard converted with who? Carnell freaking Tate, dude.
Carnell went nuclear.
Carnell freaking Tate, dude. Love that, dude. He is a first-round wide receiver. It's just he's beside JJ, right? And he's beside Emeka Egbuka. Yeah. But it's just crazy to say that out loud, right? We got all this.
But again, you also got the 2-headed monsters in the backfield getting catches.
Oh, dude, I know. But Will Howard, that's what I got to say about him. The dude, it would be absolutely criminal if the dude is not at least in New York. And to say anything critical of Will Howard at this point in time, it's just like, I don't know what you're watching. I don't know what else the dude has to do. Now, this is 6 games this season. He has thrown for over 80% completion rate. I'm going to say that again. It's 6 games. He's thrown for 80% or more. 80% or more. That's ridiculous.
So Tony and Dev, let me ask you this. Has CJ Stroud ever done that?
No.
Has Justin Fields?
No.
My boy Dwayne Haskins, Jersey legend.
Rest in peace, Dwayne
Troy
Haskins.
Smith. So he's the only quarterback in the history of Ohio State Buckeye football that has done this. To me, right now, if you look at the landscape of college football, not only should he be in New York City, he should be the leading candidate for the Heisman winning award. And that's just a plain old fact. And I think as the season plays out, we handle business this Saturday, we handle business in Indy. I think that's exactly what you're going to see.
My man. Tony, thoughts, Will Howard?
I think he's playing his way right into New York. And, like, I mean, he's had a few games now with 4 or less completions. Like, that's insane. Because it's not like he's throwing the ball 6 times. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not that team. Like, we're not, Georgia Tech. Like, we're literally throwing the ball 25, 30 times a game, 20 to 25 times a game. He's killing it. Like, he always is taking the open receiver. And then when he has to, he's moving the pocket more. He's rolling out. He's hitting Carnell Tate. He hit Carnell Tate on a couple deep, that 30-yard deep zone. Then he hit him through down in the red zone. Amazing. Like the touchdown he threw to Emeka. Amazing. Like, he was just on point. He's throwing dots all over the field yesterday. And, he had one stupid thing with that intentional grounding thing when he was falling. That's it. Like, I have no complaints.
Yeah.
Let's answer Emily's question. This is where I'm at with it. Colorado's doing a very good job of promoting Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter plays in the Big 12. Their team is losing. Will Howard plays in the Big 10. Their team is winning. Will Howard's a quarterback. He touches the ball every single play of the game. If they go in and win the Big 10 championship and he's still throwing 80%, he's winning the Heisman, period.
Yep. He should win the Heisman. Yeah.
It's a travesty.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Melo. Okay, let's go to the backfield here. Actually, real fast, I wanted to address, somebody said they didn't think that Chip Kelly called the best game offensively. I mean, that's I could see it there, obviously the goal line thing, and there were a couple plays, but to be honest with you, he did what he needed to do. We scored 38 points. We won the game, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you how crazy it is, how stacked we are. You know what I mean? With talent on this team, that Chip Kelly cannot call his best game and we win the game 38-15 with a top 5 team in the nation. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute too. Backfield, Travion Henderson, 9 carries, 68 yards. He averaged 7.6 yards per carry. He only had 1 touchdown. Should have had 2. Come on, Trey. We know you.
He took that slide, though.
We love you. We love you, but run that baby in there. Quinshon Chuck gets 14 carries, 36 yards, 2.6 yards per carry. Tony, hit us up with the backfield.
I mean, listen, they didn't run the ball the best. That we had. Trey had that big run, but I think they were running hard. And they made up for it, they caught some passes out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Trey had that one, I think, long screen that went down. You know what I'm saying? Where he made the video game juke move out of the backfield and took it down the left side. And I think if they're not running the ball well, they're catching the ball well. That you know what I'm saying? They're doing one or the other very well. And I think Chip Kelly called a great passing game yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So
my thoughts on the running game, we average 4 yards a carry. I'm taking that all day. And yes, I know Trey had that long run at the end, but they're still averaging 4 yards a carry. And like you said, they're catching the ball out of the backfield. But my biggest thing is they're blocking and picking up blitzes. They're not missing their assignments on blitz pickups or helping and chipping a DN or a D tackle and out of the backfield. So, I mean, I'm taking it all day. It is what it is. 4 yards a carry is 4 yards a carry, man. Everybody's taking it.
Hey, we can't talk about the people in the backfield without talking about the O-line. 4 yards per carry with a strung together offensive line, right? We told you everything was good. Carson Hinsman played well enough. He played good. Austin Saravold killed the game. Tegra Shabola killed the game. Donnie Jackson used to be a guard. He now plays tackle, killed the freaking game. Josh Fryer, everybody's freaking out at the beginning of the season. Josh isn't a tackle. He's not a tackle. We need a tackle in the portal. We need a right tackle. Josh can't do it. You ain't heard nothing about him all season in a good way. He does his job. He gets it done. Of course, like every offensive line in the country, there's going to be moments where they miss blocks or things like that. But they protected Will Howard. We averaged 4 yards per carry. We did what we needed to do. Travion Henderson is the best back in college football. He's the best back in college football. That is my opinion. I know Ashton Genty over there is having a hell of a season. That's all there is over there. If you put Travion Henderson over there, he's putting up the same numbers, maybe more. That's just how
he breaks Barry Sanders' record.
That's just how I feel about it. I think the dude is phenomenal. I think Quinshon Judkins is an absolute beast as well. He's a little bit more of what we thought. You kind of see this dynamic where in the beginning of the season, it looked like we had two backs that were exactly identical. I don't really think we do. Like, I think Trey's just the shiftier one, and Quinshon's more of the power back. If we're at the goal line and need 2 yards, put Q in. Q's a tackle breaking machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trey, you're just not going to touch him. You can't catch him. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. Shout out offensive line. Give us your takes, offensive line. We just did running backs, so you got to hit them real quick.
I'll let you go first, Tony.
I think the offensive line played amazing. You know what I'm saying? Carson Hinman, back from banishment, back to where he was last year, killing it. Austin Servo, like, had not the best look last time he was out there, killed it. Tegra stepping up. The whole they're coming together, even though they're patchwork together. And as much as I'm not going to give Justin Fry that much credit, but I give him a little bit of credit because he's making something out of nothing when it counts. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, when the rubber meets the road here, he's putting it down, and they're putting stuff out there that literally is working, and it's working when everybody said it shouldn't. So I'm here for it. They looked amazing.
Yeah.
So
Buckeye Chuck 82, we're going to get to that question. We're going to get to that question later on when I play that other video. So
did you know before this game we had 17 different O-line combinations? And I think a lot of that is we were playing some younger guys in the beginning of the season, which paid off because, as you see, you remember Austin Servo did not look good in the first 2 games. He was making a lot of mistakes, had a lot of missed assignments. This game, him and Carson were the 2 highest graded old linemen, even over Donnie, which is
Austin
saying
was the highest.
You know, so the O line, I think how the O line played right now, we have to give our respect to Justin Fry. If we're going to be critical of him when we were, we also have to salute the young man when he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Also, David Sanders made a surprise visit, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think is going through his head? He's knowing like this is the 18th different offensive line change. They lost 2 starters that were playing at an All-American level. One was probably going to be named the best center in America, and they still do this against the number 5 team in the country that has the highest scoring differential. I don't care what their strength of record is. They're still putting up numbers. You feel me? So like,
by 30.
What do you think David Sanders thinking right now?
Yeah, I know.
He's
probably he's probably loving Justin Fry right now. And I'm telling you, Justin Fry lands David Sanders. My whole tune about Justin Fry is going to change for the most part, but I'm still going to keep pressure on him because he needs to continue doing this.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, O-line killed it. You brought up David Sanders. So in the title I had huge recruiting update. Well, here's the recruiting update. David Sanders is going to be a Buckeye. You know, I know Scoop said it over there. We're saying it here. I'm reiterating that. David Sanders is going to be a Buckeye, man. Surprised a lot of people. So shout out Justin Fry, man. Doing your thing, bro. Turn it around. This is what we want. We don't want to have to get a new offensive line coach. There are rumors that he might be taking a job elsewhere, but if he's going to step up and do this thing. And also there are some rumors out there that there's going to be another surprise offensive lineman at the Scum game. So we'll see, man. Recruiting's picking up. I know that the team up north there has picked up their recruiting, but this Ohio State, man, you know what I mean? We got money too. And on that note, fans, check out. It's almost signing day. So there's millions of us, millions of Buckeye fans. Don't think that your $5 or your $2 or your $1 doesn't add up. Send in a donation to the foundation if you want to support this team, okay? If we're going to be critical of this team, right, you're going to call yourself a Buckeye fan, and we're going to be critical of them, and we're going to cheer with them. Let's give when we can give. If you can't give, that's fine. Support them at the games if you go and all that stuff. But if you got an extra $5, hit up the foundation, man. That, you know, if 1 million of us give $5, what's that add up to?
$5 million.
That's $5 million, dude. It's a lot of money. So give back, man. These players deserve it, right? They were given to something good. They deserve to be paid for what they're doing. They entertain us. They put in a lot of hard work doing it. Let's be fans, man. So
I mean, we're already paying anyway. We're buying Peacock, we're going to the games, we're buying the beer and the food that are probably like $30 up there. I mean, you might as well just donate a couple of dollars so that way we can keep watching our team be successful, because that brings us the most joy. You know what I mean? Watching the Buckeyes go out and dominate week in, week out.
Yeah. As much as you don't like it, recruiting has a lot to do with money now to a lot of kids. Not all kids, but a lot of kids. You got to have money for the most part in recruiting days. That's just part of it. So we don't need to complain about it anymore. Let's get in this thing with Buckeye Nation, man. Let's step it up. So where were we? Offensive line killed the game. Receivers, Emeka Egbuka, 7 receptions for 80 yards, 11.4 yards per catch. Carnell Tate, 4 catches for 68 yards, 17-yard average. Most of those catches were at a very high, intense part of the game where the catches, we had to get it. We needed it. Jeremiah Smith, 3 catches, 34 yards, 11.3 yards per carry. Melo, thoughts on wide receivers?
I thought the wide receivers played excellent. And I mean, the only thing that was a little concerning is Optimus Prime's number. But at the same time, you got to remember, like, he's going to draw the double teams. He's going to draw the triple teams. He's very rarely going to be single covered. And I mean, we have 2 other number ones, legit number ones on our team. So if they're getting single coverage, you don't have to force them the ball. But I like some of the catches he made. He made some difficult catches. I think the one in the end zone, he just jumped too early. If he waits a half a second longer, that's a touchdown. But it's all good. He's elite. I think our receivers are great. The only thing that I think where Will Howard might have messed up on or missed something was in the first drive, Trey ran out late out the backfield, and he tried to go across the middle to Mecca. The ball got patted down, and we end up having a punt. But if he would have hit Trey is getting at least 20 yards, maybe a touchdown, depending how the wide receiver is blocked down the field. But other than that, man, I think our offense is firing. I still don't even think that they're reaching their peak. Yeah.
Yo, Rylant 31. What's up, dude? We welcome you in the chat. Come on and have a conversation with us. You know what I mean? It's kind of trolling a little bit, just coming in saying that. But what are your thoughts on the game, Rylant 31? But other than that, Tony, wide receivers, man.
I think they were awesome. You know, Carnell Tate went nuclear on that one drive. You know, even the JJ stuff, like they said a very interesting thing in there that Ryan Day said that, like, even if JJ's covered, had helmet above, he's open.
Yeah,
he'll go up and get it. He was double covered that one time, and Will Howard threw it right up there, and that boy right up and got it. So, like, I think his numbers are down, but like there's only one ball, and you know what I'm saying. When you got Trey and Quinshawn and Jelani and everybody catching passes, you know what I'm saying. Like, sometimes it just doesn't go his way because I mean he's taking all the heat. So you know what I'm saying. Like, I think it looked awesome. Emeka was awesome. Carnell Tate showing out more and more every game. And you know, like, it's ridiculous when you think about the amount of talent we have, like, just all the way down even to Brandon Ennis. Like, Brandon Ennis could probably go start and be a second or first receiver on half the teams in the country.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. My aunt Chris texted me and said she doesn't want me putting her comments up on the big screen anymore. I guess she doesn't like attention. So I will be putting every single one of her comments up on the screen now when she comments. Did she comment anymore? Love you, Chris. You know me better than to text me that. You know I'm going to do the opposite. You know me. Okay. So, yeah. Wide receivers kill the game. And Emeka Egbuka showing out in a big game. He's just that solid rock, that foundation, knows how to get open, makes the catches, fast, elusive. You know, Carnell Tate, y'all know how I feel about him. An amazing young man, just does everything, gives it his all, you know, on every single play, good at blocking. Same JJ Smith, dude, is just phenomenal. Like, some of these throws to him, like the one on the corner where he had to jump up, catch it, fell down, and the ball like hit the ground, but he had a hard enough grip on it. The ball didn't come out or anything. Like, sometimes I feel like we do not use him enough. I feel like the offense could literally be like surrounded by JJ Smith, and you could throw him the ball way more, and would be pretty darn productive. You know, I saw a comment, I think Brass put it in there, that he's so good, it doesn't really matter if he's double or triple covered, throw him the ball, dude. Like, that's a real comment. That's real. Like, he's that good. The dude is phenomenal.
He is that good, but you also got Carnell and Emeka, and if they have single coverage, you're not throwing it to him in triple.
Exactly.
That's the easy play, like in the right play, and that's how you end up throwing for 80%.
Exactly. You know what I mean? This team is loaded, and we have not seen. I think I saw our potential on defense. I think that was we were firing on all cylinders there. We saw about 100% from our defense that game, if you ask me. But offense, you know, I still think there's 15, 20% of our offense still left out there, right? But look at everything we've been going through with the offensive line, like the foundation of offense, our offensive line. So considering that, phenomenal offense. You know what I'm saying? So what about tight ends, man? What's your guys' thoughts on tight ends? How'd they do this game?
They may want to pull my hair out at times, and then they made me want to go in the mirror and just start dancing and Millie rocking. You know what I mean? I mean, the one interception was my boy Jelani's fault. He should have caught that, hit his hands. He's got to come to the ball. He waited too long, and the DB came to the ball, met the ball. But then he caught the touchdown in the back of the end zone, and he did his little Spidey dance. So, I mean, you can't get mad at Jelani. He's still learning. He's a young guy. I thought overall they blocked well. I hope does anybody know the status of Bennett Christian? Because I really don't want to lose that dude. I didn't realize, like, I knew he was blocking well, but I didn't realize how well he was blocking. So, yeah, I think the tight end room is improving. So whatever they're doing, I feel like the whole entire team, each room is improving. Do you guys not get that feeling? Chad, 100%. Do you not get the feeling that every single room is improving as the season's going on? And I also still don't even think that they've reached their full potential. Like I said, they're scary, period. They're scary. No one wants to see this team right now.
Hey, Sewerman 69. What's up, Sewerman?
Sewerman.
So you go to the foundation, the Ohio State Buckeye D Foundation website. It's very simple to donate to them. As far as us on this channel, bro, I'm going through all this rigmarole I called Tony last night, told him I was about to smash my computer, all of them, because I can't figure out how to make it to where we can accept super chats. We're there now, but I guess we're going to have to wait like a month or two as they go through and decide whether we meet the requirements. So who knows?
Maybe a confusing situation.
I think somebody from the team up north got a hold of our account and is not approving it or something. So
it must have been that dude that was just in the chat. Now.
Yeah, he got us. But yeah, tight ends, Melo, your sentiment on all the, everybody's improving throughout the year. Perfect timing, man. Perfect time. Look, when we are playing our best ball, special teams came together yesterday. Offense did their job. Defense totally dominated the game. What are we about to get into? Big Ten championship playoff status. So let's hit special teams real fast. Caleb Downs. It's hilarious because I think the last punt return was it 2014. Was it Jalen Marshall against Indiana?
Yep.
Right now, Caleb Downs. And we saw Jalen Marshall on on the scoop last night too. So it's kind of crazy coincidence, all that stuff going on. They botched the snap, and we were there. Caden Curry right in his face again. So, some of our returns as well. I think Trey had a 19-yard kick return, which is better than our average has been recently. So picking up there, man. Your guys' thoughts on special teams?
I thought it was amazing. Caden Curry he's always there when it comes to punts. And like the last three, he's been the guy right there. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome. And Caleb Downs, Buckeye Jeebus, like he saved us, broke the curse, delivered us all. And I couldn't have been happier. I couldn't even believe when it happened. Like I had to like rewind the program and watch it again right then. Cause it's been so long, but like, I don't know. That season was pretty special when that happened, so I'm going to go with that.
To me, I give special teams a 10 out of 10. Look, we just have to be honest. I mean, we're critical of this team because we're so passionate of a fan base.
Yeah.
But legitimately, every single position group has improved. Think about where the linebackers were at in the beginning of the season. They all look lost. Did you see them flying around and destroying?
We're about to get to
They were destroying people. Safety room, Safety room has always been phenomenal. I still feel like they're stepping it up even more. The DBs, they've getting better. Look at the Oregon game now compared to Indiana. Indiana can throw the ball. People, whether you believe it or not, those wide receivers are good wide receivers. The D-line, huge improvement. O-line, what's been stopping us for the past since Justin Fields was here for the most part? It's been the offensive line for the most part. And, of course, reffing. But the O-line is dominant. Quarterback. There's no need to even compare Kyle McCord to Will Howard. Like that's a done deal. The running back room, Trey's never looked so great ever. And I think a lot of it is he's not carrying the ball as much as he's been previously. And you got Q back there. So, like, pick your poison. James Peoples, when he gets in, he looks just like them. He's running just as hard. Shout out to Coach Locke for that. Tight end room. Think about in the beginning of the season, a lot of missed assignments, a lot of drop balls. They weren't running the right routes. Tegra was pulling and pulled into his own teammates when he wasn't supposed to be the puller at all. Like, this team is night and day. The improvement is great. Ryan Day is the perfect coach for this team, which we always said. The thing about Ryan Day is he'll identify a problem and he'll fix it. And now that he's not calling offensive plays and he's letting Chip do it, he's helping fix the defense. Right? If you want Ryan Day gone, I think you need to get your brain tested.
Yeah. Speaking of defense, let's move on to defense. I already read you the stats for the defense, defensive line. JT, Jack Sawyer, dominant. I mean, Jack showed up, showed out. Absolutely, just too powerful for any one of their offensive linemen. Jack showed up, or JT showed up as well. That's what we need from them. You know what I mean? Ty Hamilton showed up in a big way as well. Ty Leak wasn't Ty Leak's best game he's ever played, but he's still a beast, played good. The thing is, we got other people surrounding them, like, to make the unit just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they couldn't do anything. A lot of people are concerned with the rushing yards they had. Would they average like 6 yards a carry or something? Indiana, didn't they? Because of that one, because of the first drive and one other drive, right, where we were playing prevent defense. We weren't as aggressive anymore. We were sitting back, slowing the game down, doing all those things. So I'm not worried at all. Our defensive line, the rotations we got in, we got some other guys in playing, getting involved. They did a great job. Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson, Edric Houston, Hero Canoe got in there. K-Mac got in there. They all did their job, man, played well. Defensive line, fellas.
Go ahead, Melo.
I think they did great. I mean, 5 sacks?
I think
6.
So.
6 sacks. The Indiana averaged 2.1 yards per carry rushing. I mean,
that's what it was?
Yeah, 2.1.
Somebody said 6 in the chat.
No, they averaged 2.1 yards per carry. Passing, they averaged 3.8 yards because Rourke had no time to set his feet and throw the ball.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you have the rushing attack combined with the secondary, you're going to get 8 for 18, like Curtis Rourke numbers were, 68 yards. I mean, his QBR was 42.6. Like, the defense and the defensive line was phenomenal. This is the best I saw the defensive line look, and I think it's a direct reflection of their harmony with the linebackers. They were very synchronized. So this is the first time, and I'm telling you, nobody wants to see this scene.
I agree. They were amazing. We got pressure when we needed to get pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had back-to-back sacks at one time. We were killing it on third downs, forcing them into fourth downs. Like, it was just, Jim Knowles was activated at this point. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, he called a real good game, and he called it when it should, and the boys showed up when he needed them. That's like, they're like, we're hitting the stride right at the right time. It's like all the ones that were a little bit behind and worried about, they're coming up, and we're all coming together now.
Yeah, I would say the biggest improvement that we have seen on this team is this next position group, linebackers, man. Let me know if you disagree, but I think out of all the position groups that have went from point A to point B, we have seen the greatest increase in their production on the field. and the way they played the game. Cody Simon absolutely just took the game over, completely unstoppable. Would he have 10 tackles, 2.5 sacks as a linebacker? Sonny Styles, just disruptive. We saw him try to do the screen, the pop out pass to the running back. Sonny Styles right in his face. Couldn't even catch the ball because Sonny Styles is right there. Right place, right time. Earlier in the season, we saw Sonny hesitating on those things. He wouldn't trigger. He wouldn't run towards him. He would hesitate because he wasn't sure he was doing the right thing or not. You see his confidence building, and you see him. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to do the same thing Cody Simon is doing. Sonny Styles is going to have another game where he just takes it over. We saw what he did in Northwestern. I'm telling you, Sonny Styles, Cody Simon. I mean, that's what was lacking in our defense at the beginning of the year. Now they are a strength of our defense. So watch the heck out. Shout out James Laurinaitis. We knew this what is going to come in. A lot of people were getting a little bit nervous at the beginning of the year watching our linebackers play. It takes time, man. Takes time. It takes more film. It takes game experience. Practice is not the same as game experience. The more game experience we get, the more game film we get, the more James Laurinaitis can speak into these guys and show them how to play linebacker. And that's what the heck they did. Don't know if we saw Gabe Powers. Don't think we did. I do not believe Gabe Powers got in the game. I saw somebody ask that in the chat.
No.
I don't really have I hope he stays. I'm just going to leave it at that for right now. I hope he stays. So linebackers, fellas.
Let me be the first to openly apologize on air to Sonny Styles for my harsh words, but I believe my tough love may have motivated the man, and I don't want to take responsibility, but you know what I'm saying? No, but listen, I said a lot of harsh things about Sonny Styles, rightfully so, and as president of the Rivalry fan club, I would like to say, Sonny Styles, I'm sorry.
Nice.
Me, I think the linebackers are peaking right now, and it's showing. They're on the same page with the DBs as well as with the defensive line. And there's one play that I in particular remember. In Northwestern, Sonny had an assignment to hold his position and then to drop into coverage. He didn't drop deep enough, and Northwestern QB hit his wide receiver across the middle in the area where Sonny was supposed to be for like a 15 to 20-yard gain. This game, he had the same assignment. This time he dropped deep, and that's where the QB wanted to go with it, and he couldn't. He had to hold on to the ball, and he got sacked. So he's improving. That's what you want to see, is just the constant improvement. You're going to make mistakes, but are you going to learn from them and improve? At Ohio State, they say you can't make the same mistake twice or you're not going to get on the field. So that's what I love about the linebackers. I love that Jim Knowles started keeping the game plan a little KISS, if you guys know what that stands for. Keep it simple, stupid. Letting the athletes just fly around and make plays. If you do that, I mean, we're going to out-athlete your best athletes.
Yeah, Steely, I was about to say the same thing. You know, I talked to Brad off air. I text him a lot and give him phone calls from time to time. And he's always told me, bro, chill out about Sonny, man. Because, I've been harsh as well on Sonny. Because why? I've always told you guys, because I know his potential. This is his potential. He's even got more, right? What we see out of Sonny, he's got more, okay? So, yeah, Brad's been that rock for me for sure on saying don't worry about that. But secondary. We'll include corners, safeties in this conversation. We've kind of already hit it. I have faith in Iggy. I got faith in Burke. Safeties, we have the best safeties in the nation. I mean, try somebody attempt to argue with us. You're just going to get dominated. There's no way around it. Watch the film, okay? So, and our safeties returning punts for touchdowns. So, what's yours doing? Anyway,
I feel like I haven't hit this part. I feel like Denzel played a lot better. So I'm pretty happy about that. Denzel looks like he's back. Obviously, we have the two best safeties in America. It's not just the best safety tandem. They're the two best safeties in America. So nothing to say there. I mean, how many times we're going to see my guy punch the ball out of somebody's hands? It almost seems like every game, right? And then Iggy, I mean, just punch him in the chest and bail. That's it. And then close the space. That's the only advice I have for Iggy. They're going to keep targeting you, not only on the offensive side, but the refs are. But the good thing for Iggy and Denzel is if they stand up and they hold it down, guess what? the draft stock is going to soar. They're going to make millions. So if I'm them, I won't even look at it as disrespect. I'm looking at it as an opportunity to go ahead and be like, yeah, go ahead, test me. Please do. I dare you. And that's it, because that's where they think the weaknesses on the team is the two corners. And I believe in our two corners. So if I'm them, I want them to test me, and I'm going to prove it. Yeah. Now, I can't wait till we get to the Team Up North segment. Probably Tuesday? That would be a good combo to have.
Yeah, we're going to get the end of this show. We'll be hyping people up for this game because I'm going to play a video, and that's actually right about now is that time. I just got a few more things to say. Yeah, Lathan Ransom deserves just as much credit as Caleb Downs does. I mean, he's back there doing his dang job. So another shout out, man. I think coaching staff. Tony, did you hit the secondary?
No, I was just going to say Lathan Ransom slowly become like the second best defensive player in America so quietly. You know what I'm saying? Because of Caleb Downs being in front of him, but also Jordan Hancock. Don't underestimate that kid either.
He's the best nickel.
I really love Jordan Hancock. That kid plays for sure. Like, I think we absolutely, Iggy and his pass interference, like he shows up and I think makes up for it or tries to. I don't think it's necessarily intentional. He's just an aggressive kid. I get it.
Yeah.
So.
Amen. Another shout out, man. Buckeye Nation, dude. Shout out Buckeye Nation, the crowd.
Yes.
I watched it on my TV, but got them a couple flags, got them rattled. We made them switch to silent count. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal when a team goes from coming in the game, not having to do that, into in the middle of the game, they all of a sudden have to switch to silent count. It allows our defense to react quicker off the ball, all those kind of things. So shout out Buckeye Nation, man. It should be that way every single time we play in the shoe. I don't give a dang who we're playing. So we'll have to do the same thing again, except tenfold, man. We're going to do the same thing this upcoming weekend. So shout out crowd, shout out Ryan Day, coaching staff. I thought, other than the goal line thing where we do it out of shotgun, I wasn't sitting here yelling at the TV anymore about some of the stuff that was going on. So, shout out to all y'all.
Calm this weekend, actually.
Yeah.
No, seriously, Dev loses his mind, and me and Brad have to tell him to calm down. But like this weekend, he was cool. Like it was awesome.
Hey, it might sound crazy, but like that's how passionate I am about this game, right? I don't mean anything mean by it or anything like that. I just get passionate during the game, and it would be different if like I remained the same after the game, but I reel it in. I understand like what reality is and what reality isn't. I love my Buckeyes, man, right? I know they have the potential to play like I use them on the PS6 or whatever it is. I got a PS something in front of me. I'm not a gamer, but I bought it specifically to use the Buckeyes in the game, and we're starting to look like it, man. So I freaking love it, man. So what I'm about to do now, because we got a show tomorrow at 6. Don't forget that. Our new Monday show at 6, and then we got our normal Tuesday show at 8:15, Wednesday show at 8:15. We got another new show coming your way, so get ready. Thursday at
6 o'clock.
6. Tony and Sean Schrock will be running their own show. So I will be there with them for the first time. Maybe I might be there just to help them kind of run things and get a couple things figured out. But other than that, hold on, because, Tony's going to run it. So I don't know, man. We'll see how it goes. That's going to go great. It's going to go great. It's gonna go great. It is for real. So support those guys. Yeah, see, I told you I don't know gaming systems, fellas. I don't game. I'm
PS5, baby.
I fish, I hunt, I camp. I'm outside. I just got done golfing. That's what I do, man. But
did you wrestle any gators today?
Nah, not today. Not today. Me and Cujo went on a little hike, so didn't have to do that. But I appreciate you, chat, for letting me know the PS6s aren't out yet. I'm gonna try to sell it as a PS6 though. I'm gonna write 6 on it with a permanent marker and put it on Craigslist.
Okay. As the person that handles Devan's technical problems, he does not know. Promise.
Yeah. I call Tony every day. Every day I'm on the phone. Tony, I'm about to smash my laptop. It's not doing what I wanted.
Yeah.
I said, Devan, click this button. Oh, it's working now. It's good. All right. So we got Scoop coming on at 6. So I'm going to give you guys a little back into the scenes of how we made our Burning the Scum shirt video, how Tony made it. So I'm going to play that video for you. We're each going to give our quick thoughts on the game coming up. Then we're going to wrap it up. So here we go. Which one is it? Okay, here we go. Yes, sir, baby. Get some, dude. That's what it is. You know what it is, Buckeye Nation. It's freaking game time, baby. It's freaking game time, dude. I'm telling you right now. Dude, this team, oh, my God, I feel so sorry for Scum, that team up north. No, I don't. No, I don't. What am I saying? You're in for it. You're freaking in for it. Something fierce. You saw what we did to Indiana's quarterback. Oh, my God, you're going to be playing your fifth-string quarterback. Do you have one? You might want to get your fifth-string quarterback ready. That's my –
Their kicker's their fifth-string quarterback.
That's my message to you. So, Melo, what's a quick message to Buckeye Nation about what we got coming up on the schedule? Wow.
Needless to say, be loud if you're going to the game. I might be in the game. I might be at the game. I might not. I'll know more by Tuesday. If I am, I'm definitely going to let you guys know. I want to meet you guys, see you guys, hang out. We're about to destroy them. It's going to be epic. That's why I want to be there so bad, because I know they're going to run the score up. They're going to try to get as close to 100 as they can. We're not going to make it because of the new rules and how the clock keeps running. But if this was before these rules were implemented, we would for sure get 100 points on them. They have zero passing game. We're going to shut down their running game, and we're going to destroy them. It's going to be annihilation. I see all these Team Up North fans all extra happy and excited, but you're going to be crying come Saturday. Get used to it.
Yeah, if you think because you scored 50 points against Northwestern or whatever you scored that you have a shot at this game, well, Indiana scored a lot against them too. They scored a lot against Nebraska. They scored more against Nebraska than we did. When they scored 31 against Nebraska, they scored 40, 50 something, I think. So let that sink in for a second. Don't get hope because of the Northwestern game. Get real with yourself. Tony?
I think we're just going to go in and it's going to look like that shirt burning. Like it's going to be just, we've got all the starter fluid and we're piling it on it. And that's what's going to go down.
It was not pee. That would have been great. That would have been great. It looked like it. Once I see this, I realize it does. It looks like somebody's pissing all over.
Yeah,
I love that. I never thought about that either, but I love that.
That's my grandfather, and he was really. I thought he was just going to hit like a little Z on the shirt, so it actually like burn. No, he emptied half a thing of starter fluid on it. That flame was this far from my face when I lit it. Like I had to jump back. That's why it's not in there, because I had to pull the phone back real quick.
Yeah, it got big. That was the best $25 I've ever burnt in my life. It was
so much fun,
phenomenal, dude. So yeah,
came out better than I thought.
All right, Buckeye Nation, that's a wrap for you for tonight. So we got our show coming tomorrow at 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8:15, Thursday, new show at 6 starts, and then Friday. Get ready, man. We're doing a 6-hour live stream. We're going to need some prayers. I'm about to start sending out emails today, tonight, probably tomorrow too. Get everything organized. Show up for that, man. Show out. I know it's a long time. Hop in when you can. We're going to need the chat's help to keep this show moving along. It's a 6-hour live stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys have absolutely boosted this channel beyond anything we could have ever imagined. It's because of y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. It's a fan channel. ran by fans, for fans, man. We want to support y'all. You support us. We want to give back to this show, make this show a fan experience where you guys can come on, give your opinions, do all that. If you want to, shoot us an email at thebuckeyeboys@gmail.com. We'll get you scheduled. We'll get you on the books. Got a couple more amazing interviews coming up with a couple recruits, some big-time recruits that got on our schedule to interview. A couple former players, parents as well. There's all kind of people on our schedule to get interviewed, so stay tuned for that. Love you, Buckeye Nation. We appreciate you. You too, Tony, Melo. Got any closing thoughts?
Thank you for being here and supporting us. We appreciate you guys, seriously.
Yep, from the bottom of my heart, for real. Thank you guys so much, and we're just going to keep turning out awesome stuff, especially this week. I'm going to make something new every day, and we'll have fun.
All right, y'all. On that note, go Buckeyes. OH.
I-O. Hate week.